Lego Sherlock Holmes Book Nook bags 9 and 10. I kind of decided to go ahead and put them into one video. And in bag 9, you get, show you the front, not the back. You get Professor Moriarty, Sherlock's nemesis, and then you also get some detail on finishing off the sort of the top of the building. And you know, Lego loves its symmetry, so if you're gonna have a round thing here, you're gonna have a round thing there, and put that together. And then, as I suspected, the bulk of bag 9 was one side, and the bulk of bag 10 was the other side here. So let's talk about those, because I've got some words to say about that. So for the bag 9 one, there's the plate. There's the plate that goes on. And they did it very much like you do floors on the modulars, if you've ever built a modular. So you've got all these big flat plates here, and you build a frame around that helps hold it together, and then you reinforce it with a frame on the back and a center support that goes through, so that this is pretty sturdy in its own right. Not, like I said, not unlike a floor on the modulars. What they did with the other plate is, again, you have a series of big plates that are connected together. You have a frame that goes around the top, just like you had on the other one. But on the back, instead of having a frame and a central support of any type, or even, because I know this one's a small one and that one's a big one, but in all honesty, if you had that central support, you could have had two big ones here, just like you had on the other plate, on the other side. And that central support that goes in the frame, they didn't do that. The only thing that holds these plates together on the other side is this. And this is not as sturdy as the other plate. So, yeah, I think Lego could have done a much better job on that. They kind of chinsed out on it. The other kind of beef I have with Lego is, again, when we talked about this, when we talked about the bookshop window and the order of putting things on. So one of the things that they do, and let's see if this happens. Yeah, I'm going to end up pulling the whole thing. Oh, no, that came out. Okay, cool. Oop. So one of the things they have you put on is this. Let's see if I can do this without, there it is. All right, this little piece here, all right, this little tile here. They have you put this on, and they have you put that on here. Now they put you right there. However, when you put a tile on, you want to have something behind it, right? You want to have something behind it to grab onto. And there's really not a whole lot over here to grab onto. It's like this window where you got to put your hand all the way back here. Now, what make a whole lot more sense to me is when you build this, that's when you put this on it. When you build this, and then you put this in here, and then you'll put this in the very last. I get that, because it kind of hangs out a little bit, and you don't want to put that in too early. Fine. But when you're building this, that's when you put this on. So at least you have something to grab onto. Just a little beef on my part. Other than that, like I said, an enjoyable book. A little sort of beef, I have a couple of things in the final bags, but an enjoyable, and it's going to look good on my bookshelf. I probably won't do it as a Nook. I'll probably have it opened up, and once I get it up there, I'll show you what I've got. And that's the Sherlock Holmes Book Nook, bags 9 and 10.